Welcome all to MJC Kitchens and Bathroom. This is just a quick crypto chat of what I'm doing. I'm not giving anybody advice on buying, selling, keeping, whatever you want, hang your granny out to dry. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a plumber. I'm just giving my views on my coins, which I am doing. Thank you very much. Don't forget, hit the like buttons. Like buttons, share my videos. Yeah. Alright all, and welcome to MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms. For today, all I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about my crypto, what I'm dealing in, and the crypto of the top 10 what I put up. All of them I expect to do well, because all my cryptos, they've all got they're either attached to a blockchain network or a platform, or they're either attached to wallets. Now, crypto market is booming. The crypto market is only going to get bigger. It's not going to get smaller, it's going to get bigger. So all my coins that I've invested in are all in, you need them. You can't do without them. Do you know what I mean? It's just simple science. You can't do without it. If the crypto market is doing well, my coins will be doing well. And if it's not doing well, they should be the last ones that come down, because even though the market's coming down, the fundamentals of the tokens and the coins are still there, because you still need them to run your apps. And even if the market is bare, you can't get rid of them, because all your coins are in your apps. People are not just going to sell out them tokens, them coins is always going to be there. So they're always going to need to stay into the apps. So that's why I think they're all a good bet. But for the top two this month is my main bet, which I've funneled all my money into these top two, and that is ADA and CRO. ADA went on a massive run and it's had a pullback. Now, I was expecting that. What you got to remember with tokens and coins, don't ever buy in on it going up massively, because you will lose out, because what goes up must come down. The good old saying. So when it getting to a peak, never ever buy in on a peak. Wait until it pulls back. Even if you have to wait until it pulls back a couple of days, wait. It will pull back, always. 99% of stock and trades always sell on news. So as soon as they get the news, they ride all the way up, and then the big fat cats come in and they short them, boom, and it just triggers a sell-off. The sell-off is so fierce and so fast. It drops like mad. What you're better off doing is coming out of it. If you're not long-term trading, coming out of it, stay out of it for a couple of days till it levels back off, then buy back in. Sometimes it might take a week, sometimes it might take a month. Who knows? Just as long as you're not buying in right at that top peak, it don't really matter. If you're long-term investing, it don't really matter. Now, what I reckon now is, I've done both long-term and take profits. I do both. But realistically, with the coins that I'm holding, if you're taking profits and then you're buying back in, you're not getting the amount of tokens or coins that you used to have before you sold them. So the issue is when you're earning interest, you're earning, say for instance, you had 100,000 coins and you sold them because you wanted to take profit. Then you bought back in. Now you bought back in, say you've had 100,000 coins and it was £1 a coin, and you sold it for £100,000, and then you bought back in with that £100,000, but you couldn't get the amount of coins that you actually sold. So you might get about 50,000 coins, then you put it into your stalking pools or your interest pools or your earning pools, wherever, and you're only earning interest off 50 tokens. 50,000 tokens instead of 100,000 tokens. So what you got to think is, like with my CRO, on the 25th it crosses over to blockchain. Now chances are on the 25th it's going to drop like a tank, and then it's going to climb back up, you know what I mean, after. But it's going to drop like a tank. So there's two options. You could either take profit on the 24th, take profit, come out of it, risk it going up a little bit more, or chances are it's going to drop and it's going to wipe out. But even if you take profits and you've got 100,000 tokens, even if it drops, when you buy back in, you're not going to be able to buy 100,000 tokens back in because the price has gone up so much. So when you put it back into your earnings, the actual coins that you're going to earn off your coin is not going to be anywhere near what you have been earning. You might have earned that little initial profit taking, but the overall bigger picture, you're losing out. Because if you're holding 100,000 tokens and say it's £1 and it goes to £10 and you're getting interest off them 100,000 tokens, the interest goes up with the coin going up. So if it goes up from £1 to £10, every coin that you're getting in interest is worth £10 now, and you can sell it. So the interest off that coin, it don't go into your lots coin, goes into a free zone, and you can sell it. So you get paid daily interest on my tokens. So on my CRO, I get paid daily interest. So say I've got 100,000, I'm getting daily interest off that. That coin goes up to £10. Them coins are worth £10 every day. Every day. If the coin drops, obviously it's less money. But if you believe in a coin and you believe that the overall end result's going to be bigger than what it is, I feel it's madness now taking profits, because the only time that's going to benefit you if the coin crashes. And CRO is going to be it's the 5th biggest exchange at the minute, and I think it's just going to keep growing. Once it goes to its own blockchain, it's not going to be paying out fees to other companies because it'll be running its own blockchain. And I believe that the token, and they've burnt 70 billion. The market cap's only 30 billion now, which it used to be 100 billion. It's massive, massive. I thought it'd go to £1 when it was 100 billion. You know what I mean? Now it's only 30 billion. They're burning 70 billion coins. So if you take profits, you're losing the higher value of your tokens, which is reducing. You might have that cash to say you sold out and you had 10 grand, but you like I said, you had 100,000 tokens, so you earned 10 grand. You bought back in, you only bought 50,000 tokens, put it back into earnings. You're only earning half as much interest as you would have been if you just left it and let it grow. And then when the value of the coin goes up, when you do eventually cash out, you cash out for megabucks, and you won't have to pay tax on it until you cash out. So I think it's not always good taking profits. I think sometimes you've got to think about the bigger picture. If you've got it in earnings, you can't put a stop loss on it. If you haven't got it in earnings, you can just stalk it online. And I think they might give you about 2% interest on it. So you could earn 2% interest on it, but put a stop loss on it, just in case it does crash. And then it'll just sell out. But I'm keeping mine long term, so I'm locking it all up. It'll all be locked up. I'm not bothered about it. It's going to be locked up. I'm happy to take the gamble and see what happens. I reckon in 5 years, could be worth a fortune. Fortune, absolute fortune. If Crypto.com exchange keeps going the way it is, it's going to be its own blockchain. It's basically its own bank. You can actually lend money now. You can put your CRO into crypto.com and you can actually borrow money. So they're actually lending money and then you pay it back. And they're earning money from it. It's going to be huge. And I can't see it stopping. And that's why I think it's a banker bet. But don't forget, I'm only a plumber, not a financial advisor. And then the other one is ADA. ADA on the 31st this month. That's why I've put all my positions in ADA and CRO for this month. It's going to be huge. It goes to its own blockchain on the 31st of March. And then over the next 2 years, it's going to expand and it's going to be able to lend money. It's going to be able to do all sorts of different stuff in countries. It'll be like its own currency and it'll be like its own bank, ADA. Everybody's going to be using it. So basically, the 2 tokens, my main positions of the coins that I put up last time, I'm trading a little bit on one of them, the ADA one. The CRO, I've decided I'm not going to take profit unless it gets to $1. Then if it rises to $1 up to the 21st, then I'll take profits, obviously, because it'll be too much not to. But if it don't rise to $1, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave my tokens earning. I'm going to collect the interest. 5 years time, I could be able to just live off interest. So, but you can't do that if you haven't got the volume of the coin. And if you keep taking profits, you're always going to be getting less coins every time you buy back in. There's no such thing of buying a coin at 50p, selling it at £1, and then buying back in at 75p and thinking you're going to get more coins, because you're not. And it's the coins that we want. It's the coins. The more coins you get, the more money you're going to get. The less coins you get, the less money you're going to get. So you got to think about that. It's not always the best way to take profit. It's good to take profit, but if you believe in it long term, you're better off keeping the coin and having lots of coins instead of lots of money in coins. Do you know what I mean? And then that way, if it drops, you're not that bothered because you've already earned a fortune off it. So there's always 2 ways of everything. But I think these 2 coins for this month are the ones where you are. And if you're wanting to get out, remember, get out on the 24th and on the 30th. Because as soon as they trigger their trigger, I've not really seen a coin that actually goes up on news. I've always seen them pull back and then go up. So you got to bear in mind which way you decide to go. And I thought I'd just have a little chat for everybody who wanted to know what I'm invested in and what I think about my tokens. I'm only talking about my main 2 for this video, because the others are long-term investments which are doing really, really well. But the now coins are CRO and the ADA. They're the now. In, now, bish, bash, bosh. MJC, kitchens and bathrooms. Not a financial advisor. Not giving anybody advice to buy out. Not giving anybody advice to sell out. All I'm doing is giving you my opinion on my coins and how I deal crypto. So thank you very much. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and keep in touch.